All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We can start. Chief Lipson, whenever you're ready.
Yes, we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube. We are ready to go.
All right, good afternoon and welcome to the meeting of the Chicago Board of Commissioners of the Public Building Commission, being held today, June 15th, 2021 at 2:30 p.m. In order to continue indoor social distancing protocols, today's meeting is being conducted via video conference and is being live streamed on the PBC's YouTube and Facebook accounts. You can access this information on the agency's website at pbcchicago.com. Director Sanchez, please call the roll.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Good afternoon, Commissioners. It is great to see everyone today. Thank you for participating in our virtual board meeting. I want to provide a reminder as we begin our meeting to please keep your microphones muted when you are not speaking. But for now, please unmute your microphones as I call the roll. Chairman Lightfoot.
Here.
Commissioner Ellis.
Here.
Commissioner Lavelle.
Here.
Commissioner Maldonado.
Here.
Commissioner Preckwinkle.
Here.
Commissioner Randall.
Here.
Commissioner Sachs.
Here.
Commissioner Sotelo.
Here.
Commissioner Sparopoulos.
Here.
Commissioner Whitley.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum. Commissioners, please be sure to mute your microphones. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Sanchez. At this stage, we will open it up for public participation. Pursuant to Section 2.06G of the Open Meetings Act, a public comment period will be held. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments. Do we have any public speaker for today's meeting?
We have no registered speakers today, Madam Chair.
All right, we'll move on to the next item in the agenda. Consideration of approval of the minutes for the scheduled meeting held on May 18th, 2021. Is there a motion?
So moved, Commissioner Sachs.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All in favor, signify by
Aye.
saying aye.
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 All opposed say nay. All right, the motion is approved. Next up, report of the Administrative Operations Committee regarding the meeting held on June 9th, 2021. Chairman Maldonado.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The AO Committee held a virtual meeting on June 9, 2021. Our report is as follows. The Executive Director reported on bid opening for the Wendell Phillips Academy High School Annex project and will provide details during her presentation. The Chief of Staff reported on 4 task order awards that include 2 minority or women business enterprise firms for specialty consultant and engineer of record services to previously appointed firms. The reports are included in the electronic documents under tabs A4A and A4B. The Chief of Staff reported on recommendations for architect and engineers of record appointments for various renovation projects at libraries, firehouses, and bridge and viaduct locations. All 9 of the architecture or engineering firms recommended are minority or women business enterprise firms. The Executive Director will provide additional details during her report. The Chief Development Officer reported on 1 change order since the last board meeting under tabs A4C as follows. A change order for unused commission contingency in the credit amount of $203,228.93 and for liquidated damages assessing the credit amount of $4,753.02 at the Mount Greenwood Elementary School Annex project. The AO Committee accepted the recommendations and reports from the PBC representatives. That concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, I move we accept the report.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor of approving the report signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. The report is accepted. Next up, report by the Executive Director regarding regular reports, development status, and other projects. Executive Director.
Thank you. Commissioners, it is with great pride that the PBC presents our 2020 efforts in our annual year-end review report. During a year that presented a number of never-before-seen challenges, the PBC continued to operate and bring our projects to substantial completion. In 2020, the PBC completed a total of 17 projects that represent $308 million in investments across the city. These projects include new, renovated, and upgraded facilities that has helped to create jobs and revitalize and reshape our communities. I am happy to report that of that investment, over $99.7 million as paid to date went directly to minority and women business-owned enterprises. MBEs received $79.1 million, which represents 29.91% participation on our projects, while women-owned business enterprise firms received $20.5 million, representing over 7.76% for a total MWBE participation of 37.67%. Also in 2020, 6,367 people earned more than $60.5 million working on PBC projects. This financial commitment comes as a result of PBC's completing 14 Chicago Public School projects, the new Engine Company 115 in the West Pullman community on behalf of the Chicago Fire Department, in addition to renovations at the Merlot Branch Library and the Legler Regional Library. We are equally proud to have completed a $2 million citywide energy efficiency project on behalf of the Metropolitan Water District of Greater Chicago. The PBC looks forward to receiving new and exciting capital improvement projects from our clients so that we can continue to impact local economies in a positive manner and expand capacity for many MWBE firms. As you know, all the projects that we undertake or complete are examples of PBC's commitment to provide great public buildings and public spaces that foster sustainability within all of Chicago's communities. That concludes my report for A5.
Thank you, Director Sanchez. Is there a motion?
Yes, there is a motion. Commissioner Sacks makes a motion that we accept the report.
Second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. The motion to accept the report is approved. Next up, from the Board of Education, consideration of approval to award contract number 1600 for the Wendell Phillips Academy High School Annex located at 244 East Pershing Road. Commissioner Sanchez, I'm sorry, Director Sanchez.
It's okay. 35 Class A and Class B general contractors were eligible to bid on the contract for the Wendell Phillips Academy High School Annex project located in the Douglas community. The project includes construction of a new 2-story athletic annex facility with supporting spaces, a new parking lot, and associated site development. We hosted virtual pre-bid and technical review meetings. All contractors were invited to attend so that they can network with pre-qualified contractors interested in bidding in the project. 5 bids were received, and following review, we recommend award to Burling Builders, Inc. in the amount of $12,439,000. We will continue to coordinate with the Chicago Public Schools for a successful project to benefit the community. That concludes my report for B1.
Is there a motion on B1?
Yes, ma'am. There's a motion. Commissioner Sacks makes the motion, and I think it's a wonderful project.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay.
Aye.
The motion to approve the report and the contractor award is approved. Next up, for the City of Chicago, consideration of approval of the appointment of the architect of record for the Richard J. Daley Library renovation project located at 3400 South Halsted Street. Director Sanchez.
Thank you. In conjunction with the Chicago Works Infrastructure Plan, we are recommending for award architects and engineers for various projects. The next 9 items on the agenda are related to renovation projects with the Department of Assets, Information and Services, also known as AIS, and the Chicago Department of Transportation. We consulted our architect engineers' letters of interest and qualifications database to identify firms best suited to perform on these unique projects and worked to put a plan in place that maximizes the use of minority and business enterprise firms. I am extremely proud to point out that the 9 firms we are recommending today are all minority or women business enterprise, architectural, or engineering firms who will serve on these capital improvement projects. In conjunction with new renovation work for AIS, I will be reporting on renovation projects at 2 branch libraries and 10 Chicago Fire Department firehouses. The first project is the Richard J. Daley Branch Library Renovation Project. The PBC has 117 architects enrolled in the Architect Letters of Interest and Qualifications database. Following the evaluation and consultation with our client, we recommend the appointment of Bailey Edward Design, Inc., a woman business enterprise firm, as the architect of record for this project under the existing task order-based master agreement. That concludes my report for C1.
And if I may just add more context to the members of the body, these projects are a result of a capital improvement plan that was approved by the Chicago City Council in connection with our budget last year. AIS is going to be performing a lot of maintenance work and delayed maintenance work across the city. And this is the first of what we expect to be a pipeline of projects coming to the PBC. So I wanted to add that additional context. So as to C1, is there a motion?
There is a motion, Madam Chairman, for C1.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. The motion carries. Next up, C2, Director Sanchez.
Thank you. Next is the Sherman Park Branch Library Renovation Project. Following the same evaluation process as described on the previous item, we recommend the appointment of Tilton Kelly and Bell LLC, a woman business enterprise firm, as the architect of record for the project under their existing task order-based master agreement. The firm has knowledgeable staff and has successfully provided renovation services on library projects. That concludes my report for C2.
Is there a motion as to C2?
Commissioner Sacks makes the motion for C2.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. All right, the motion is approved. Next up, item C3, Director Sanchez.
Thank you. The next 6 agenda items are all related to renovation work at Chicago firehouses throughout the city. Following review of the Architect of Record LIQ database, we recommend the appointment of Johnson Lasky Kindellan Architects, also known as JLK, a woman business enterprise firm, as the architect of record for Engine Company 71 renovation project. JLK has experienced staff with relevant experience with firehouse renovations. The PBC will enter into a task order-based master agreement in an amount not to exceed $5 million. That concludes my report for C3.
Is there a motion as to C3?
Commissioner Sacks moves C3.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. Next up, C4, Director Sanchez.
Thank you. For Engine Company 101 renovation project, we recommend the appointment of EC Purdy and Associates, a minority and women business enterprise firm, as the architect of record for the Engine Company 101 project. A task order-based master agreement in the amount not to exceed $5 million. EC Purdy has recent extensive experience with roof and masonry renovations. That concludes my report for C4.
Is there a motion as to C4?
Commissioner Sacks makes the motion.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. Next up, item C5, Director Sanchez.
Thank you. We recommend the appointment of Altus Works, Inc., a woman business enterprise firm, as the architect of record for the renovation projects at Engine Company 106 and 89 under their existing task order-based master agreement. This firm has relevant experience with interior and exterior renovation and repair work, along with a strong background in MEP work. That concludes my report for C5.
Is there a motion as to C5?
Madam Chairman, Commissioner Sacks moves C5.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. Next up, item C6, Director Sanchez.
We recommend the appointment of Forma Architecture, a MBE firm, as the architect of record for the renovation projects at Engine Company 86 and 68 under their existing task order-based master agreement due to their experience on interior and exterior renovation projects, along with experience with site work, MEP, and asset repair. That concludes my report for C6.
Is there a motion as to C6?
Yes, ma'am, there's a motion, Commissioner Sacks, C6.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. The motion carries. Next up, item C7, Director Sanchez.
We reviewed our LIQ database and consulted with our client agency to identify firms with relevant experience on interior and exterior renovation projects and MEP work. Following these evaluations, we recommend Onyx Architectural Services, a minority business enterprise firm, as the architect of record for the renovation project at Engine Company 60 and 63 under their existing task order-based master agreement. That concludes my report for C7.
Is there a motion as to C7?
Commissioner Sacks makes the motion for C7.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. The motion is carried. Next up, item C8, Director Sanchez.
Again, using the same evaluation process, we recommend award to Brooke Architecture, a minority and women business enterprise firm, as the architect of record for the renovation projects at Engine Company 62 and 93 under their existing task order master agreement. That concludes my report for C8.
Is there a motion as to C8?
I move C8, Commissioner Sacks.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. Next up, item C9, Director Sanchez.
We are working with CDOT on bridge and viaduct repair projects. For this recommendation, we reviewed our engineer of record LIQ database, which has 61 firms enrolled. We recommend award to DB Sterling Consultants, Inc., a minority business enterprise firm, as the engineer of record for the bridge and viaduct repair project under a task order-based master agreement in an amount not to exceed $5 million. DB Sterling has knowledgeable and experienced civil and structural engineering staff who are approved to work with CDOT on transportation projects, including bridges and viaducts. I just wanted to point out that these are for appointments for bridge and viaduct repair at Michigan Avenue Bascule Bridge, Roosevelt Road Viaduct, Montrose Avenue Viaduct, Irving Park Road Viaduct. We are pleased that we can fulfill our commitment to appoint all MBE and WBE certified architect and engineers today. And that concludes my report for C9.
Is there a motion as to C9?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioner Sacks moves C9.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed say nay. The motion is approved. And before we move to adjourn, I just want to commend Director Sanchez, Chief of Staff Lipson, and the entire PBC team. First of all, you don't get to this level of participation without a lot of work on the front end to make sure that we're reaching out into the community, creating opportunities, and the fact that all of these projects are being led by MBE or WBE teams is really commendable. So I just want to thank you, Director Sanchez. I want to thank you, Chief of Staff Lipson, and really the entire team, because in this recovery, we need to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to really thrive and be included, and public works, public projects is a key driver of our economy. So I want to thank you very much.
I'm very
Now-
lucky to have a wonderful staff that has been, exceptional in all of this.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for everyone. Now, is there a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn, Commissioner Sacks.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All right. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None opposed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy
Have
the
a
rest of your day.
wonderful
Good
month.
afternoon, everybody.
Good
Thank
afternoon,
you.
everyone.
You
Till
enjoy
next meeting.
yourself.
Thank you, Mayor, for your leadership.
All right. Thank you all.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.